Hi, Zarina here. Welcome back to my channel. Are you one of these people who's constantly on diets like me? I tried keto, paleo, meat-free, and all I got was frustration, disappointment, and more weight. So in this video, you'll learn about what happens to your body during the fasting timelines. I will also share a few rules that I follow during my intermittent fasting and how I adapt to fasting during my first 7 days. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's jump right in. A couple of years ago, I read this great book that called The Obesity Code by Jason Fung, which explains hormone processes in our body from the biological standpoint. Once I understood how it works, and I started researching more and decided to implement the intermittent fasting into my life. It took me a while to finally start because it's a commitment and I want to be ready. But am I ready now? Better than before. I'm a beginner and I started with 16/8 time frames, which is 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of food window. And there are easier time frames for the beginners, but eventually you will need to decrease the food window. For me, 16/8 is the perfect start because during this time my body is transitioning from the burning glucose to tapping into those precious fat stores, and insulin level drops and my body enters a state of gentle fat burning. My goal is to gradually transition to 18/6 and maybe 20/4 on a regular basis. It's the next level, and at that point the body is in full-blown fat burning mode. It's like a bonfire of those fat reserves. Ketones, the acid that breaks fat for energy, becomes the body's primary source for fuel. And autophagy is in a full swing. Autophagy is the process in which the cells recycle the junk and welcomes the new ones. From time to time, I don't know, maybe twice a year or so, it would be helpful to do 48 to 72 hours of fasting, because after 35 hours of fasting, the body is tapping into those deep fat reserves, and closer to 72 hours time frame, the maximum repair kicks in and the new stem cells production increases. So yes to living a longer and healthier life. Quick note, before you start any dietary activities, make sure you see a doctor and check up your health conditions because you will need to be healthy. Now quickly about the rules that I follow that work for me based on the knowledge of myself. Number 1, I asked my family for support. Since we live in the society and family is a small society, I can't be negatively influenced during my fasting, and I cannot be unsupported from those people whom I spend the most time with. Number 2, start small. Do not put yourself in time frames that are not realistic. My fasting starts at 7 p.m. until 11 a.m. Number 3, I have hard times drinking water, but being hydrated is essential for the intermittent fasting. I drink water with lemon, and water with lemon does not break fasting, but lemonade will. So drinking coffee and tea is okay too, but without milk and sugar. 4, limit sugar. I'm not excluding it completely, just limiting. Don't be too hard on yourself. Number 5, I measured my initial weight, and the next time I get on the scale is in the month, no sooner than that. 6, it is okay to have a cheat meal. Make sure it's not turning into the cheat day or cheat week. Even if I had my last meal at 10 p.m. at night, I count off the fasting time and start my next meal later than usual, but start my next fasting is according to the schedule. Number 7, gradually improving lifestyle. For example, I started to implement gym routine, which I did before the fasting, but you don't want to be too harsh on yourself. Next, I need to improve my sleep regime. Alright, day 1. I woke up not feeling hungry at all, but I have to have a cup of coffee before my day starts, otherwise my brain refuses to work. Is it a bad habit or maybe not? Well, I guess yes. If I drink milk with it, because I know that coffee by itself is a great source of antioxidants, I don't know how you pronounce that, which is good for your brain, right? I had a healthy breakfast, but my late lunch or slash early dinner was terrible diet-wise. I've been craving for a spicy Korean ramen, and I ordered it via DoorDash, and I felt like I overate, and now I'm going to sleep with a tummy that is like about to explode. You probably noticed that when you leave the ramen noodles in the soup for a while, it starts to expand like a sponge, takes all the liquid in. And I think this is exactly what's happening inside of me right now, because I overate. I also noticed that I did not drink a lot of water today, which is really bad too. Day 2 was easy. I felt so good that I eat twice a day. Well, in this case, it was once a day. Technically, coffee and milk considers to be a food when you're fasting. I finally trained myself to drink water regularly, because some dietitians say that everybody needs to drink like at least 2 liters, or which is like 70 ounces of water every day. But I believe that you need to drink water as soon as your body requires you, or like your body demands you to drink water. But do not like over drink water. If you don't want to drink it, don't drink it. Yeah, right. For some reason my body rarely tells me to drink water, and sometimes I think my body would rather die than from dehydration than ask me to drink some water. Obviously the truth is somewhere in the middle, and I am aware. I also need to decrease the consumption of kombucha. I went grocery shopping the other day, and I've noticed that I try to buy healthy stuff, and I try to stay away from croissants and from all the sweets that are not healthy, that are unnecessary. And I'm not saying that I want to like completely get rid of all this stuff. I've noticed that I'm kind of being aware when I'm in the store, to just lean towards, better choices rather than just ad hoc buying, you know what I mean? So I'd rather choose something that is more healthier than unhealthy. So it's good, I feel like when your mind is focused, it also like focuses on making the right choices towards your goal. So just remember what's the goal. Day 3, a little off the usual schedule, later breakfast and earlier start time for fasting. So by 8 p.m. I felt hungry. My mind was giving me those flashbacks of lychee and grapes and all the other sweet stuff that I have in my fridge. It wants some sugar, obviously, and I also went to the gym before the dinner today, and I worked out on my lower body today. Maybe it is somehow connected. It's already late, so I'm not eating. I'm not going downstairs, and I'm not getting any sweet stuff that I'm currently craving, and there's no way I'm doing that. Maybe I should go to sleep earlier today and meditate. By the way, I have this really cool meditation on my channel as well. I hope you guys have watched it. If not, I highly suggest you do. I'm not eating. I'm not going to the fridge. I am not going to the fridge. I am not going to the fridge. I am not going to the fridge. I do not want to eat. I do not want to eat. I do not want to eat. I'm going to go to sleep early, and I'm going to meditate. This is how I calm myself. I'll see you tomorrow. Day 4 was on a sweeter side for me. I was craving sweets last night, and today I have eaten some. Normally, I'm not a big fan of sweets, but sometimes, we get those phases, and I think it's okay. I do not want to get rid of sugar products completely, because that's not the goal. The goal is to limit sugar. I also remembered yesterday's feeling of hunger when I closed my eating window too soon. So today I tried not to make the same mistake again, because it makes it harder for me to continue fasting. I don't want that. And did you know that when you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit? That's kind of interesting. I didn't know that. I did know that, but I just wanted to share with you. If we are consistent for 21 days, we should be good. Hello, day 5 of my fasting. Do I see the results? A little bit. I see how the bloating is going away. I feel lighter in my body. I also stood on the scale today and it was -1 kilos. I don't think it's a major change because that 1 kilo can easily come back. But I noticed that the fact that it made me kind of sad for a second means that I want the results very fast. Oh, and I have one really big change happened to me today. I stopped smoking. Day 6 was amazing. I had a great time on the beach with my friend. Closer to the dinner time, we went to the nearest restaurant in the Pacifica. Pacifica is a little town next to the ocean. It's between San Francisco and Silicon Valley, where I live. So I ate later than usual. I do not want these new habits or any changes basically in my life impact my life in a worse way. For example, just because I don't drink alcohol, that doesn't mean that I cannot go to the bar and just enjoy the time with my friends there without ordering an alcohol, right? Or if I'm fasting, then I will skip socializing just because I don't eat. Oh no, that's never gonna happen. So it's okay to kind of like shift and move your schedule a little bit and just don't be like too caught up on this. Oh, and today is the second day that I'm not smoking. It feels terrible. Last night I had almost gave up. My whole body felt like I'm, on the plane on the 50,000 altitude, when you feel that your whole body is so pressured, and I felt like the smoke is about to come out of my ears. It was so intense. I also felt like I have a lack of oxygen in my lungs, like I can't breathe, Ugh. And my brain came up with thousands of excuses why I should, smoke, vape again. So the excuses were like, do it one by one, Zarina. Integrate fasting first and then you can start quitting smoking. Or don't do it in a cold turkey way, like try to do it gradually. You're pushing yourself too much. Why are you living this life with limits? Stop doing this. I almost gave up on everything, on my diet, on my smoking, on basically everything. And that happens all the time. Our brain just starts playing games with us. I don't want to, the smoking control me. I want to control smoking. Even if I will start smoking again, that will be on my terms. Like whenever I feel like I want to smoke, it's not because I am addicted of smoking. You know what I mean? Day 7, excited to share the results. Ready to hear that? The weight is the same as when I started. But hey, 7 days is nothing, so don't be discouraged. I started to notice changes in my body. I feel lighter, that's for sure. I drink more water, and overall I eat less food, which is great too. My portions became smaller, and I feel proud that I'm in control of my own health. Will I continue doing this fasting tomorrow? Absolutely yes. It is about not letting my bad habits control me. It is me who control what I consume, when I consume it, and why am I consuming it. Hope you enjoyed watching my journey, and I invite you to join me for 48 or 72 fasting challenge. Let me know in the comments if you would like to join. Friend me on Instagram, and I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.